Welcome everybody to Scott Cooks. I know the camera's facing the wrong way again. I want to tell you a very quick story here about KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. One of my favorite places as a kid. We used to go get those family meals for, $7 or $8. Got a big giant bucket of everything. It was great. It was great. It was a great treat. Helpful for my mom. She didn't have to cook that night. We didn't get it a lot, but maybe once or twice a month. Anyway, as an adult or growing up, I continued to shop at KFC, still to today. 40, 50 years later, I'm still go to KFC. But let me tell you what this video is about. KFC made a chicken pot pie. And as I got a little older, that became my main thing. That's what I went there to get. And it was fantastic. It was on the $5 menu meal or whatever they called it. It was $5 fix-em-up bucket or something, whatever. It was $5. You got a big cookie like that, chocolate chip cookie. You got a big old pot pie, piping hot, and you got a drink for $5. Well, that was a good meal for $5. Let me tell you, I got it so many times. And then one day I pulled in the drive-thru, and the chicken pot pie was no longer on that $5 menu. So I got on the speaker there and talked to him and I said, "Where's my chicken pot pie?" She said, "Oh, we moved it over to the end on the bottom." And I said, "Well, why?" And she said, well, she didn't really have an answer. And it was still $5. And I said, "Well, that is just weird." So I ordered one, got my meal. Cookie was now like this. Tiny little cookie. Pot pie's still good. All right, anyway, this goes on for a little while. Then I go in there, and the entire $5 menu is gone. So they were just pulling that one away, getting ready to end it. So I continued to buy them. I bought one a month ago. Now we're paying close to $10 for the chicken pot pie, no cookie, no drink. All right, so wheels are spinning. I got this Combi. I know how to cook. I've made a lot of pot pies in my life. So can I make a chicken pot pie better than KFC? Well, you better believe I can. I've already done it. I'm going to show you how to do it. This will work. I'm going to use the Ninja Combi. You can do this in the Foodie or the Speedy because we're not using any pressure cook. So just modify your menu, the cooking procedure a little bit. Let me show you. Let's do it. Now I've made this multiple ways. And this way I'm going to show you tonight is just going to be the quick and dirty way. We're going to get it done. And the way we're going to do that is I went to Walmart and bought me what they call the original version rotisserie chicken. That's right. Already cooked, already seasoned, and it is fantastic. And what we're going to do is pull some of the breast meat and stuff out of this. We're going to chop it up and we're going to use it in our thing. Now, the other way I've done it is obviously I've cooked a chicken in the Ninja Foodie. I've roasted a chicken. I've smoked the chicken. I've pressure cooked a chicken. All kinds of ways you can do this recipe. This one is quick, dirty, easy, and better than KFC. I think it is. And if it doesn't, even if it tastes the same, it's better than KFC because next time you go get a chicken pot pie there, take a look at the sodium. Yeah, that's getting close to heart attack material. We are not going to have anywhere near that amount of sodium in our dinner tonight. Quick and easy means quick and easy. All right, we've got condensed cream of chicken soup, low sodium. We've got a bag of frozen mixed vegetables, no sodium. And we do have some pie crust. And I went ahead and got the double one. They've been sitting on the counter for about 15 minutes. That's what it requires to get them to unroll. Don't know if I'm gonna need one or two. This Combi is a pretty large container. Let's go ahead and get the chicken ready. The amount of chicken you want to put in your chicken pot pie is totally up to you. You can put a whole chicken in there, a little bit of chicken. I'm going to put enough so I think it's going to make, because this Combi pan is huge, guys. This is going to make multiple meals, so I'm going to put enough chicken in. They make a lot of different flavors of this rotisserie at the Walmart. For this dish, I would just recommend getting the original. But the lemon pepper and all that business, that could be an interesting chicken pot pie too. So these aren't the hugest chickens in the world, as you can see, but I think I'll reuse that bag for the leftovers. But it is deeply rotisseried, heavily seasoned, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be better than KFC. But if KFC people are watching, Don't get upset with me. I still love KFC and I will eat there in a heartbeat. It's just I'm trying to make something a little better, a little healthier, and not spending a ton of money on it. Come on, $10 for a pot pie? Get out of here. Anyway, we're gonna do some cutting here. First thing we want to do is get this leg and thigh loose. We're gonna set that aside for now. We're going for the big pieces. Put that right back over in the bag. We're going for the big pieces right now. Oops, I missed the thigh on that one. Sorry about that. There we go. And this can be a lunch or something tomorrow, maybe. Maybe I'll put it in the freezer. Go ahead and break these wings loose. And that's about all you need to do for that. Now we're gonna go right into the good juicy breast meat here. And for that, pretty simple. I'm gonna go right down the backbone. And it's pretty well cooked, so it's just kind of falling apart for me there. And there we go. Set that aside so you can see what I'm doing, and I'm gonna cut this into small cubes. You can take the time to shred it if you want. Doesn't make much difference. Skin on, that skin's got the flavor. So make sure you're cutting the skin into small pieces. Don't leave a big old fat piece of skin somebody can choke on in there. But you definitely want that flavor profile. I'm gonna try a piece right now. This is already cooked, so I can try it. Oh yeah. It's one thing about the Walmart version of the rotisserie chicken. Now, cubing it up right in the pan. Is they're very consistent with their spices. So this rotisserie chicken I just took a bite of right there. Tastes exactly like one I ate a year ago, and that's what you want. You don't want something new. you want it to be pretty consistent. But like I said, don't be afraid of those other flavors if you want. I mean, a lemon pepper chicken pot pie. Heck yeah, that could be delicious. But that's not what we're doing tonight. I gotta be a little careful here, guys. No finger cutting today. Still running on that backbone. Let me flip it. There we go. And we'll just peel that right off. And then we're probably gonna go ahead and just peel most of the meat off of this and save those legs, thighs, and wings for something, a quick lunch tomorrow or something. Anyway, I'm not measuring, I'm rough cutting, approximately bite size. The only thing I'm caring about is making sure that the skin pieces aren't too big. Yeah, I know this is going to make a lot, so we're going to just go ahead and just put it all in. Now the chicken pot pies from KFC, they do have a fair amount of chicken in them. I am a fan. Always been a fan of them. I am certainly not a fan of that new price where you get less. You pay more for less, and no more drink, no more cookie. Not that I really care about the cookie, but it was a nice little treat to have. Okay, I got a little bit of a bone, so I'm being a little careful there. And I'm gonna make sure, you wanna make sure no bones end up in your chicken pot pie. But we got one maybe a month ago or something. Just went ahead and paid the price. And we're absolutely shocked at how high the sodium content was in that. I mean, just shocked. It was, I'm not a doctor, so don't listen to me, but I would say dangerously high. If you got high blood pressure, guys, pay attention to the sodium content of some of the foods, especially something in a can. Even the ones like I got here that say low sodium, they still got some pretty good sodium content. That's kind of the way of preserving foods, is with salt, sodium. Okay, so this was mostly carcass here. We're not going to get a whole lot more meat off of that. Oop. And just as I said that, I found me a nice piece. Making sure there's no bone in it. So how much did this chicken cost from the Walmart? This chicken was about, I'm just going to say with tax and everything, I'm going to call it $8. So I'm already under the cost of a single chicken pot pie. What? Oh, I was just informed it was $5.97 for this rotisserie chicken. So I am way under the cost. I could probably go bake some chocolate chip cookies with the leftover money. But I'm not going to do that. We're just going to make sure we get all this delicious chicken in there. That's a little fatty. Let's not do that. All right, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Just the tiniest bit more. I don't want to miss none of that dark meat either, man. That dark meat is good. All right, I think we've done what we can do on that. So for $6, I'm going to make a meal. It's going to give us 2 dinners and probably some lunches. Now, that was a little more than 6. I got $1 each here for the soup, 6, 7, 8. I got $1 for the veggies, that's 9. And a couple bucks for the pie crust, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to just call it $13 with tax. That's a bargain. Go ahead and add your soup. Now, I'm going to be pulling it out with a metal spoon. Be careful, don't run your metal spoon inside of your Combi pan or foodie pan or speedy pan. They scratch pretty easy. We'll be using a different spoon for mixing. 2 cans. You can also put in a cream of mushroom, a cream of celery, mix them up, whatever you want. I'm gonna stick to the basics. It's quick, easy, simple. And we're not trying to change the flavor profile too much. We're trying to just kind of match a KFC pot pie. All right, vegetables again, up to you. Got about a half a bag there. This was a 12 ouncer, so I got about 6 ounces in there so far. Let's give it a good stir and see what we really got. It's looking good right there. Now we want this thick, and don't forget the chicken is cooked. The only thing we're really doing here is thawing out and slightly cooking these veggies. So we don't want it too thin. Now you can add some water, and I may add a touch of water, but you don't want to give it much. You don't want it liquidy. I'm gonna add a few more of these to it. And I got about a quarter can of water here. So that wasn't very much. And then we're gonna go ahead and mix that in. You'll know when you got the right consistency. And you've had the chicken pot pies from KFC probably, or you wouldn't be watching this trying to figure out what I'm doing. So you know when you crack through that shell on the top there, they're pretty thick inside. And again, big fan, love them. Big KFC fan, most of my life. All right, so the reason I'm doing this, I'm smoothing it out, making it flat, because I'm getting ready for the pie crust. And that was about 3/4 of that bag of veggies. I think that is more than enough for what we're doing here today. Now, I said this was a quick and easy one. If I weren't talking and filming this thing would have already been out of the oven and we'd be eating it. But when you film and you talk, things tend to take a lot longer. So what I'm doing now, this has come out to about room temperature. The first pie crust, well, they're both at room temperature. So I am just going to open her up. Now, obviously, I have a circle, and this is a square. So we're gonna have to do some stuff. First, we wanna just see what we gotta do. So let's bring that over. That's not bad. And we're gonna use part of the other one to fill in the gaps here. I don't really have anything else to use it for anyway. How do we want to do this, guys? I think I'm going to trim a little off the end here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Just want to get pretty good coverage. Let's see where I'm doing there. And I just got a couple small corner pieces to fill in. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. And this is a puff pastry style, so we wanted to get 1 or 2 steam vents in it. Let some of the steam out while we're cooking. This is our Ninja Combi. We're gonna power up, and before I go any further, I do read all the comments, by the way. And I did see a comment about somebody said something about, oh, the control panel is on the door. No way, I would never have one. Well, that is a little weird. I'm gonna tell you, it's a little weird having the control panel on the door. but I mean, I was used to it in 10 seconds. And it doesn't bother me, and everything works great. So where else are they gonna put it? I guess would be the question. Anyway, whoever said that, I wouldn't let that really distract from it. This is a great device. So we're gonna do a little preheat here. So we're gonna crank this up 375. We're going to bring it down to, whoops, back up to bake. Oops, I messed that up. All right, let's do that again. 375, and we're gonna hit start. So we're just gonna go ahead and let this get to temperature, and I'm gonna tell you right now, in these combis, it's gonna get to 375, I mean, ridiculously fast, way faster than any other device I have. Well, when you finally got to the preheated stage, it's over with, this is what you're with. Add food. Let's do that. Let's add the food. Be careful. Everything in here is now 375 degrees. It is smoking hot. All right, time. I'm gonna leave it at 15, which is the default. We're gonna double check our temp, 375, for 15 minutes. And this little oven actually has a nice LED light in it. Really lights it up nice for you. Not so good on the camera, but really good over here. So we can keep an eye on it. And when we get to a golden brown, that's it. We'll be bubbly inside and cooked on the top. I can't wait. I love chicken pot pie. I've got some other pot pies I've written down too as well. And maybe we'll do some of those later on. They're very similar, but they have different ingredients. Here you go, right straight out of the Ninja Combi. Brown on top. Hear that? Crispy. Some of the soup boiled over, so we know it's good and cooked. And we're gonna scoop out a little bit and give this a try. Oh, look at that pie crust. It's perfectly cooked. Flaky. Now that is a chicken pot pie. Although it wasn't exactly done in a pot. Look at that. Beautiful. Thick. Can't wait to give this a taste. So hot. Look at that. But I got a nice big piece of chicken in there. A bunch of the pie crust, some veggies. Get a plate underneath. I'm probably gonna spill this. Move hot. Oh my goodness. You know, I just had the KFC pot pie 3 weeks ago. So it's pretty fresh in my mind, and plus I've had a million of them anyway. I think this is better. I think it's that rotisserie chicken with that flavoring on there that just gives us the extra, whatever you want to call it, that puts it up over the top. Lower sodium. Obviously there's some sodium, but lower sodium, less expensive, easy to make. I have a giant pan full of this stuff over here. We're only going to eat a quarter of it tonight. So I may even freeze some of it, you know, for a whole nother dinner a month from now. So good value, excellent price, easy to make. What else can I say? Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon on the next video. It might be in the Speedy. It might be in the Combi. It might be in the Foodie. It might be out in the Pit Boss Smoker. I am smoking something this week. I'm not sure if I'm going to film it or not, but maybe. Don't forget, you can now be a member. You can join up. You can follow me, hit the like button, join our membership plan, get a few exclusive videos that no one else gets to see. Get to see some of the videos ahead of time. Some of them released before the others, just for members only. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.